Hi there. In this video we are going to be taking a look at this separate battery and charger pack from Einhell. Okay, so I decided to go this route and bought this thing separately. It was a really good price, and then bought solo variants that don't come with a battery for a few other tools. And yes, I will use all of them with this single battery for a while, because I'm just using them at home and I'm not a professional doing professional work. So a single battery that charges in 50 minutes and it has 2.5 amp hours should last me just enough. I will not have anything remotely intensive to be waiting for this battery to charge. And if I ever do, I will get a second one. And there's that. Okay, you might be thinking, why didn't I buy a bigger battery? Well, this potentially could benefit from a bigger battery. This is a hammer drill, not sure how you call it. This angle grinder, I don't think it needs a bigger battery. And this thing, cordless screwdriver, for sure it doesn't need a bigger battery and would actually defeat the purpose. So a bigger battery would be too heavy for this and potentially too heavy for this, maybe okay for this. So I decided to go in the middle and spare some money with this one. If it was good or not, that I can tell you in a while if you ask me in the comments for sure. So yep, there's that. Let's get into the box and see what we have here. I think we have the charger itself, obviously with EU type plug, because I'm based in Romania. Quite beefy, decent quality plastic. As you can see, 20 volts at 3 amps maximum, so this is why it can charge this 2.5 amp in 50 minutes, makes sense. Let's see this. Okay, heavy enough. And you can hear my daughter in the background playing with the cat. Let's see. Yeah, we do have a bit of a charge on this thing. Okay, that's perfect. But I will nonetheless put it on the charger and wait for it to be fully charged. And we have some instructions in here, which as all men do, I will read it only when something goes wrong. Nah, I'm joking, I will browse through it quite quickly probably. And not really sure, I know for the other ones, if you register the series on them online, you have an added 1-year warranty. Not sure if it's valid for this, but probably not. So, because normally batteries are considered expendable or something like that. Anyway, there's that. Let's undo this and put it into a socket and let it charge. But again, the quality itself seems fairly decent. You can see here the outline of the lithium cells themselves. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we have 5 cells in here. Power X charge. Yep, good enough for me. And the release lever on this thing. I would have liked honestly to see a bit of rubber on the bottom of this. Just when you set it down so it stays in place like this, it will be flopping around in the breeze, but hey, there's that. It doesn't have, I can actually add it myself if I want to. Will remain to see. Let's put this to charge now. Up until now, good quality and everything seems okay. Okay, plug this thing in and it's waiting for the battery, obviously. And I was thinking, what benefit would it be to have this cable in this position? And I was ready to give it a negative point for that, but then, yep, it's changeable. And this thing can be wall mounted, which for sure I will do. So this is why it goes down from the factory, because they expect you to actually wall mount it and again I will perfectly do that for sure. So yeah, good design job, really like that. And yeah, before plugging in the battery, this is a table with the charging times. So we are at 50 minutes, power X charge 2.5 amps, and the X charge plus a bit more charging time for them. So yep, there's that actually, sorry. Hopefully I can plug this in here with only one hand. It's gonna be tricky. Or? No, I think I did it. And we are charging, and it shows us the battery is half charged, and probably we'll have a LED light up in here when it's fully charged. Shouldn't take that long, considering that we have already half battery charging here. Let's wait and go unbox the other stuff, which will be separate videos linked in the video description. And a nice thing, the battery itself is actually showing the charge. So if you have this onto a wall, let's say, you will also see this reflection blinking in there, so you know from that you don't need to come close to be able to read where you are in here. You will see the reflection blinking away. So yep, until now, pretty good design in my opinion. Hopefully the working capacity of this thing is also good, but I think it will. Just want to add, if you want to see all of these things unboxed, tested, reviewed in separate videos, I will link the videos to all of them in this video description. Ta-da! And the battery is charged, and these LEDs are off. And yeah, it's quite simple to see when it's charged actually, because you have a big green LED. So there's that, and now to get it off, I'm needing to push this. Let me try and push it. Whoa, that was bad. Error. Luckily, it landed onto something soft. So there's that. Okay, so in comparison with the tools, this does not have a latch, so you do not need to push this, as we could almost disastrously see, but luckily everything survived. And this is not heated up just a tiny bit, but yeah, the battery itself again, but it was not fully discharged when we started, so there's that. I will continue now using actually this battery and get back to you after a bit of use on this thing and see how it performs later. Okay, so this is the battery that I'm going to use with it. Again, it's 2.5. Normally it should have a 3 amp, but I think it's going to be fine for my use. So let's plug it in. Obviously make sure that that thing is off, and it is. It will be a bit hard for me to plug it in with only one hand, but yep, it locked. So let's give it a quick test with one hand once again, which okay. Just wanted to add, to remove the battery, obviously press this and pull it out, and to see how much charge you have left, push on that. It's fully charged now. So let me see if I can somehow hold it down while actually pulling this out, and I can. This is the thing that latches in. Now let's use this, and don't put it face down. Okay, so I've been using this thing a whole lot on these really long screws in concrete, obviously. As you can see, it's quite able to tighten them. And this is the initial charge, and I still have about 30%. Did all of this and all of these things. This is of course temporary, because as you can see, this is a work site and still have a charge. This thing is working perfectly, And I did not even use the battery only for it. I used it even for a rotary hammer that actually can drill into concrete. Not for these holes, because these are quite big, so the rotary hammer with this particular battery cannot drill holes as big as I used in here. But for other projects in this workspace, this thing is awesome for the moment. So I will continue to use it and report later. Just wanted to give you an update about these things. This would be, if I will charge it now, which I will, the third time that I'm actually charging it since I bought them. And I used it to drill around 10 holes with a rotary hammer or a rotary drill, however it's called. Tightened a few really long wood screws, a few, I think maybe 30 of them or something like that, and quite big diameter. I think they were 8 millimeters or something like that, so that should put a strain on the battery. Tightened a few hundred of those about this long, and I think they are 3 or 4 millimeter wood screws. They are actually not only wood screws. In my country you also use them for drywall and maybe some tin wood sheets, who knows, whatever. So a few hundred of those, and yeah, with the angle grinder cut some pipes. So this thing takes a beating, although it's only 2.5 amp hours. Up until now I've seen no reason to get a second one or upgrade to a bigger unit, because I don't work in a professional way. So I do a job or whatever, and at the end of it I check this. If it's at this level, I will put it to charge. If I see 2 LEDs or 3 LEDs, I'm not recharging it at the moment. I don't want to put too many cycles on it for no reason. If you are a professional, yes, I would get 2 of these, so every time you put one to charge, so you always have a fresh battery. As home user, I think you can have one battery for 4, 5, 6 tools. At least in my case, yeah, that's doable. And yes, some marks are beginning to slowly appear on it. Here it's a bit dirty, on the bottom of it, some marks, but yeah, I haven't seen absolutely any issues all around. It's charging perfectly, it's working perfectly. I'm a happy camper. So let's continue to use this thing and hopefully we don't get any issues. An update on this battery, it lasts. So on a tool like this, it lasts quite good. Basically I almost forget where I put the charger when I need to recharge this. But on a bigger tool like that one, the 4 amp is the way to go, especially when you are using big drill bits. And on the angle grinder, again, a bigger battery is the way to go. So yeah, but for this, smaller, lighter, good. And we're having a race. Just kidding. This will obviously charge faster. This will take longer to charge, but this will last longer than this, which actually makes sense. This has 1.5 more amps than this, amp hours. But both of them are awesome for their intended purpose. So I've been using this battery for more than half a year now. It's what you would expect from this size. Compared to the bigger ones, doesn't have the rubber on it. This one has rubber, so when you put it down, it makes a nicer sound. This kind of plasticky, but whatever, does what you ask from it to do. For smaller tools, good enough. It holds enough charge that you work and forget that you need to charge it. For bigger tools, maybe get a bigger battery to have a bit more of a punch to your tool, But yeah, for smaller, lighter tools, this is the way to go. And that's about it. Hope this video helps somebody out there, in which case please give it a like, check out my other videos, and as always, see you in the next one. Bye.